Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of our Unknown to Greatest. And today will be the beginning of the new season. But there's a few things to go over before we start the season. We have been offered one job. We have been offered a second job. And we've also signed some players for Southampton. So I've got a lot to do, put it that way, but we might be taking our dream job today. Let's get into this and let's show you what is happening. Offered me an opportunity to manage their side, and I wasn't sure. The whole idea was they offered me £3.2 million transfer fee. That's their budget. They're in debt. But you might be seeing the very obvious team here at the top who did finish above us in the Premier League last season. They finished in 4th place, I believe, so it should be Champions League. Oh no, 5th place, which will still be Champions League, actually. So, what we're going to do is we're going to continue right now. And we become the manager of our dream club, Liverpool. We're here. We've got a huge job opportunity. We are new manager of Liverpool. We get to manage at Anfield week in, week out. We have got a good budget, £60-something million. We can bring in whoever we want. I've not looked through the team yet, so we're going to look through that together. But obviously, joining Liverpool was a no-brainer for myself. We're just going to do the introductions and skip them. Begin introduction, skip. None of that's important. Training, begin, and skip. Ongoing negotiations. Nothing's going on the ins, but on the outs, apparently something's happening. We'll check that in a moment. We're compliant with that. The fans don't have any expectations of us yet. Semi-final, they want us to win the Carabao Cup. They want us to challenge for the Premier League and quarter-finals of the Champions League. This is a risk, by the way, guys. This is a massive risk. But we're going to go look at the team and see what we're working with. Also, I don't know the age of the team. I don't know anything about what we're joining here. So looking at what I'm looking now. So our best player at the club is Florian Wirtz. He's still here. Alexis McAllister at the age of 32. Ruben Dias is here on 300k a week. Hugo Ekitike, 29, so he's still got a couple years in him. Isak will probably be around this season. Dejan Kulusevski is 31. Kvaratskhelia is 30. Frimpong's 30. We got an age inside, but I'm convinced we can turn this around and we can turn this into a quality side. It's a risk I wanted to take because it is Liverpool. And, I feel like I am going to have to get into the business and get into business quick because we are running out of time. So, guys, I will join you at the first game of the season. Hopefully, we've got new incomings before then. So, guys, we're here for the very first game as the Liverpool manager. You can see, got my shirt on. I've got a load of them, so you'll probably see a different one in different episodes. So guys, we are running you through this transfer market we've just done. Our first point of business was to sell Ibrahima Konate, £31.5 million out the door. His contract was up in a year. Made sense to get rid of him now. So he is out and he's gone to Barcelona, which makes no sense to me because when I applied for the Barcelona job and they offered me an interview, they told me I'd have 3.4 million. Don't know where 31.5 mil came from. The next sale was one that was going through when we joined Liverpool. Keys Schmidt has gone on to Inter Milan. He went for a total of 19.25 million. And I just let it run through because I didn't see him really featuring for us that often going forward. Then we loaned out Rio Engamoa. I'm very disappointed with Liverpool in this save. They have not trained him well. They have not developed him. You can see he's probably not really a Premier League player. but I've loaned him out for one last chance just to try and improve his career, because the whole time Liverpool have just stagnated him at the club, playing him, 2 times that season, 4 times that one, 4 times that one, 4 times that one. Nothing last season at all. He has just stagnated here at Liverpool. So I'm hoping, loaning him out one more time, he can come back and actually at least be a player that we can rely upon if we need one. We then let Gustav Isaksson leave. He has gone on loan to Burnley, but it does have a avoid relegation £16.25 million fee. Now, whether Burnley will stay up, I don't know, but it is a bit of a punt in the dark there that we could get that 16 million. If not, probably leaves next summer for half of that. So let's hope that Burnley stay up. Then we allowed Nathan Decat leave. He really hasn't developed as much as I would have expected him to. So we let him go to Bournemouth and he's gone for £30.5 million. It made sense just to get rid. Liverpool have kind of wasted him in the years he's been here, so I'll let him leave, and that's the end of that. And the very final sale is one that I absolutely couldn't wait to get rid of. Cody Gakpo. Now, being a Liverpool fan, he's useless. And in this save, he's been useless. So I'm glad to see the back of him. Cleared 140k or something he was on. 4 million to Roma. Mainly getting his wage off the bill, and he's gone. Now let's run you through the ins. Our first signing was Shaquille Van Persie, the son of Robin Van Persie. He has a lot of ability already. He's 3-star. He's a good squad player for us, and he's coming for £29 million. He's been cooking the last 2 seasons, to be fair, at Feyenoord. And I thought, good time to get him in. Bit of squad depth. And he's somebody that we know. He's had 3 caps for Holland as well. So a good little player to have around. Then we went out on a bit of a punt. We found this guy, Andrew Callahan, and picked him up from Aston Villa's academy, I believe it was, for 975k, and that's compensation fee. He's going to play in our youth for a couple of years, then probably get a contract and potentially loan him out and just see if he can make his ability. If not, hopefully sell him on for a profit. Then we signed a very familiar name. Alexis Cabrera has joined us from Southampton, our former side. Come with us. I think he's a very good player. I would like to keep him around and develop him to that ability. The board were not happy with the price. Yes, it cost us £45.5 million, but for a 20-year-old goalkeeper who may well be here for the next 15 seasons, I would say, maybe 15 seasons till he's 35, and he could well be our star man. Then, another familiar name has come with me. Christoph Torok. Now, this is the 3rd club he's been at, with me, actually. I bought him for Southampton from Frosinone for 38 million, and now I've bought him for 75 million. Yes, it's a big fee, but I think at 18 years old, getting him now, and he can qualify then as an under 18 or as a homegrown player for the club. And the reason I've got him in so early. I thought it was worth paying it, and we can develop him and see what we can turn him into at a club with the best training facilities he can have. Then we went out and bought a player from relegated Crystal Palace for £22.5 million. Elliot Kidner here, breakthrough prospect. He's already had 2 caps for England. He's 2-star, potential 4 to 5. I think he looks a good player. He's got the model personality, model citizen personality. So use him enough, he can really grow. So he may well play a lot of games this season. He's got a reasonable left foot, very strong right foot. I think he's good. Then we brought in Bradley Hall from Leeds United, 21-year-old, bit older, but he has come in as a breakthrough prospect also, but I think he could well feature for us a lot this season. £9 million. I think that's a bit of a steal, to be honest. And I want to see if he can grow into anything. And the very final transfer we have done in this window was Warren Zaïre-Emery. We brought him in from PSG. And to be honest with you, I think this is an insane signing. Yes, he's cost us quite a lot of money, £120 million. Yeah, whether he's going to be here long term, because he made me promise him a £90 million release clause, so hopefully down the line we can up that. Ignore the relegation release clause. It was just something I added in to lower his wages a little bit. Bit cheeky, but, you know, anything to lower the wages as much as you can. Because he was after, originally, about 500k, so didn't want the transfer to fall through. But that is all the business we have done. We're going to show you where we're expected to finish in the Premier League according to the media. So we're going to go on here, and we're going to go media prediction. We are predicted 2nd place, according to the media. They think that's our best 11s. They do think our best 11 does involve 2 strikers. Not quite the setup we've gone for, but that could well be an option that we change to, because Kulusevski can play in the centre, but I need to reevaluate that before we go into the first game, actually. But yeah, we're predicted to finish 2nd there behind Arsenal. Our former side, Southampton, are predicted to finish down in 17th position. Still a very good side there that they've got. I've signed all of those players on this screen. I even signed Tyler Dibbling, actually. Yes, that's all of the players I brought in. Anyway, let's go and get into this first game against Manchester United, and we can figure out what tactic we want to run. So, at first, guys, you can see the combined here. It looks bizarre. I admit it does look bizarre. But don't worry. In possession, we are playing a 4-4-2, but with a DM a bit lower, a playmaker there, and 2 advanced wingers. I think that's you probably could count it as a 4-2-4 as well, but I would say it's more like a 4-4-2. And then out of possession, we have Isak stay up top, Ekatike go on to the right wing, Kvaratskhelia drops a bit deeper, Wirtz is just here in the midfield, and then you've got the 2 DMs. I think this is the best way we can set up with the current crop of players we have. And fingers crossed it can all work out for us. I'm just seeing if there's anybody else down here that needs to be at least on the bench. I would say no. Shaquille Van Persie is not fit for this game. Van Persie on the bench if we need him. Torok's there as well. I think this is a very good side. We should be in the title question. When they asked me, do they think I'm going to be in the title race or who's going to win it, I said ourselves. I'm very confident with the squad we got. Let's get into this first game and see what we can do in the Northwest Derby to start the season. And it's starting the season very, very tough. Right, you can see Man United starting 11. Very strong side, but I do think we could probably top that. Let's say go out and get that win. I want you to make the difference. I have faith, and I have faith. Come on. Oh my God, our first game as Liverpool manager. Look how sick this looks. They've got all the banners being held up. You never walk alone at one end. The Liverpool flag over at the other side on... Oh my God, this looks insane in the main stand over there. This looks brilliant. Right, we're underway. Our first game as the Liverpool manager, and it's against our biggest rivals in Manchester United. Let's see what we can do. I am very excited for this new journey, this new era in our management. And hopefully this is the team that we can do most of our work with. That is my plan. This was always my main game, and the goal at the end was to get to Anfield, manage Liverpool, and just be happy. Kvaratskhelia, get it in the middle. Good ball in, cleared away. Kirkes hits it from range, just over the bar. Good effort though from Kirkes, good start. Now it's a corner. Florian Wirtz delivers it in. It's a nice corner as well, cleared away by Zabani. Isak gets it down. Kvaratskhelia! Come on! 1-0. Good Good start. 11 minutes in, and we lead our biggest rivals in Manchester United 1-0 here at Anfield. What a start. Kvaratskhelia, the Georgian, starting our reign as the Liverpool manager in a very positive way. He's done fantastically there after Isak brought that down. And what a finish that is. United with a corner now. Game's gone a bit flat of late. Ahmad crosses it in. Get it away. Gadou gets it out. Only as far as Casado hits the bar, but then cleared away by Kvaratskhelia. And we live to fight another day. Come on, boys. I'm going to fire the team up because I feel like they've just nodded off there slightly and gave United a bit of a way into the game. This is a very ageing Liverpool side, but my signings have been based more on the young side, preparing for the future. So that's my hope. The younger players I've brought in can develop over this season and the next season to then take over from the aging players that will probably move on potentially in the summer. That's brilliant defending from Kirkes as well. Baum, who we singled out as a very, very important player for Man United. Sesko flicks it on. Ahmad! And that is 1-0. That defending was shocking. That defending was absolutely dreadful. How we've allowed that first flick to go over and no one is behind covering and dealing with that ball that's bouncing down. Who is the nearest player to him? Oh my God, it's our record signing, Emery. He has just not gone with his man. Ahmad's gone through nice and easily. He couldn't miss. Could not miss. We knew it wouldn't be easy, but that's a terrible goal to concede. I'll just say keep playing the way you are and the result will come. I'm also going to say your defending was woeful. Let's just be honest and brutal with the team. Now, substitution-wise, is there anything I feel I can do to improve this? Now, the thing is, if I bring Van Persie on the wing, then I don't know what impact he can have. Ekitike is fired up, but to be honest with you, he's played poorly. No, let's not do Van Persie because he's injured, isn't he? Just remembered that. We're going to bring off Isak. He's done nothing. Let's get Christoph Torok on, just to see if he can have any impact with his height. And we're also going to get off Gravenberch as well, and we'll bring on McAllister. Let's do that. Come on, boys. Double change at halftime. Just to freshen it up. Torok has a lot of ability. He's just being thrown in the deep end here. So don't expect immediate performances from Torok, because obviously I've brought him in a massive game here. And I'm just hoping that his aerial presence can just cause a little bit of problems for them. And we're also going to play for set pieces now as well. So hopefully then Torok will be the focal point of the corners. Right, let's make some changes. Now it's time to bring on Victor Roque actually. Victor Roque can come on. Florian Wirtz having an absolute howler out there. So we'll bring Van Persie on out there, but then out of possession. We don't particularly want him going back there, do we? So then we'll just do Victor Roque in this role here, doing tracking. Let's just do that. That should be okay. Yeah, let's do that. That should be alright. Right, corner. Alexis McAllister. Get it onto the head of one of our aerial presence. In the middle. Oh! Warren Zaire-Emery has put it into the back of the net. It's not the man I expected to get on the ball, but he has done brilliantly and volleyed it in. It looked like he just got away from his defender there. I don't know which one he is in the box. Oh, Lenny Yoro misses it. And Emery just comes flying in with his foot. And that's a brilliant finish. We've got a sub left to bring on. Anybody on the bench I feel I want to look at? Not really. Maybe Frimpong off for Connor Bradley. Let's do that. As it's telling me to tell Frimpong to shoot less often. He's not on the pitch anymore. We're doing well so far. We've dominated this game. We just need to make sure we keep them out. We know what Man United can do. They've changed formation as well. Kirkes. They had a 5 back at the start. Now they've gone to a more traditional 4-4-2. It looked like. That's a good ball from Van Persie into Vitor Roque. Back to Bradley. Can he get it in the middle? Lovely delivery. Kvaratskhelia. Get it back in there. Kvaratskhelia does really well. Oh, Kavici. Kvaratskhelia makes it 3-1 to the Reds. And that should give us 3 points in our first game. That was brilliant. Come on, lads. We're taking down the minutes now. Not long remains in this game. 3rd, 4th, and 5th minute. And we have won. Get in there. Good win in our first game as the Liverpool manager against Manchester United. Cannot complain. Right, guys. So winning our first game was magnificent. But I'm going to be doing something slightly different to start our season. Our next game is away against our former side in Southampton. I want to play that one on camera. I don't want to do it in this video. It would be too long. So next episode, we're going to be playing the next game against Southampton and then the game against Brentford. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. If you are new around here, please subscribe for more. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. I have been K-PlaysFM and I shall see you later.